castles, queen d3, and now Garry plays f5. Very difficult decision. If you play en passant, right, then after rook f6, this side of the board comes alive, and these pawns really do a serious damage to white's position. They take away squares from all your pieces. So knight e2, rook f7, bishop f8, knight e7. Look at these last three moves. Rook f7, bishop f8, knight e7. Do you understand what black is doing? Black is rerouting. Black is saying, this is done. If I get my pieces over here, and I win the battle for that side, and maybe over that way, I'm going to win this game. Rook d1, knight c6, c4. Big decision by Anand. We're fine. The forces are clashing. We're all rerouting to the queen side. Here come the clash of the forces. dc4, rook c4, queen. Instant replay. Queen e8. You know what the idea of queen e8 is, folks? It's the fact that I just get off the center line, and I'm going to try to win the battle for the light squares. Queen comes back to d2. b5 kicks out the rook. Knight b4. Remember? This diagonal? Who's going to end up on that square? Who's going to end up on that square? Hello? How does Kasparov do this? How does he do this? How does he do it? By the way, look at all his pawns are on light squares. Fascinating. Complete color complex shift here. Bishop e3, and for the remainder of the game, Vishy has to defend the light squared weaknesses, and Kasparov has to attack them. Knight d3. You can't take it. Rook comes up a square, b4. The pawn comes where the knight was. He's got backup, right? Knight a2. Now the knight drop is back to c5. We're just dancing on the light squares here. Knight to e4 at any moment, right? B takes a3 for good measure. b4, bishop. The whole game is getting decided on the light squares. The entire game. bc5, all right, I take, you come back, and now bishop takes c5. Rook c5 would have been mildly more gangster, and we end the game with the joint effort of the laser beam attack. I just named it that. But yeah, Garry, finds a way to just look at, just somehow all his pieces play together. It's just completely fascinating. And he wins this game by, obviously, in the sexy fashion, with check, 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 takes the rook. Meanwhile, this is all the king needs. The king needs to hug the rook like, yo, guard me. Because when the checks come, don't do this. Don't blunder a draw. You use the rook as a shield. You just run away. You run away. So the game ends with king f1, and the queen comes back, understanding that when you have an a3 and an h3 pawn in an endgame, you're probably just winning. So yeah, we have rook h7, and in this position, Anand resigned because after this, king h8, there's no more checks, and I'm about to have a second queen. And I think Garry's going to win if he has an extra queen in an endgame. So